So hopefully you can see okay. I'm going to show you our go-to fold. So I've got our 50 centimetre muslin square here. So this is the type of nappy that we've been using on Alfie since he was a newborn. And I've got my newborn bear. We actually practiced on this bear before Alfie was born. So we did practice for a while, just so we felt more confident and that we found a fold that we really like to use. And this one was the one we ended up using. So I'll just put him there a minute. So this fold is called an angel fold, I think. I've just tried to search the exact name of the fold. And the angel fold is ever so slightly different to this, but I'm pretty sure that this is a version of the angel fold. So you want your nappy flat, so it's just a flat square. It's got no folds in it at the minute. And then you're going to take the corners and you're going to put them in the middle. So your bottom two corners down like this, and the top two corners like this. So you make essentially another square. Now, when you first buy these muslins, they are perfectly square, but as soon as you wash them, they go all curly like this, but it still works just as well. So I've got a smaller square now, and that's essentially the size that we're going to be using for our baby. So then what we do is we take the side and we place a side into a third like that. And then we take the other side and place that over, okay? So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 layers, I believe, here. So this is what makes the nappy more absorbent. So we've gone from that really thin muslin to now a layered piece of material. So this is the thing that's going to go under your baby. So your baby will essentially lay here, and this is going to come up. But we need some little wings here to secure the nappy to. So what I'm going to do, so imagine I'll put our baby this way so you can see better. So this is going to be the top of the nappy that's going to go underneath baby's back. And I'm going to open this out like this. So this is why it's called an angel, because it kind of looks like angel wings. And what I do now is I just sort of pull it and tug it. So I'm happy with that. And it is slightly adjustable to your baby's width. So more of a newborn, you're probably going to need less width here. The older your baby gets, like Alfie is now, the more kind of I'm having to pull this out now for him. So pull it to where you're happy. This is the part that's going to go at your baby's front. So most of the moisture will go here, which is why this stays as a layered bit of the nappy. Then we take our liner, so whatever kind of liner you're using, and place it near to the front. So this is a bit, excuse Alfie, Alfie's tipping out his whole basket behind me. So this is the liner that will keep your baby feeling dry. Now, if you want to, and if you've got a small baby, a newborn baby, this also can fold downwards like this, just creating a slightly neater finish on the nappy. So lay baby down. You want this part of the nappy, this top part, to come right just above baby's like bum crack. So it's going to come to kind of not too far up. It doesn't come as high as a disposable nappy. And then this bit pulls up between their legs like this. So that bit should come over baby's belly button. Now, when baby is newborn and has their umbilical cord still, you can fold this down. And we did fold it down for Alfie when he had that, so his belly button was exposed. But you either want it one way or the other. You want it covering completely, so it's not, the edge isn't rubbing, or you want it lower. So we did actually do ours lower for Alfie when he was first born. Then you take your wings and you put them over like this. So this is where it looks a little bit like disposable nappy. So these are the little tabs, the wings that we've got. And then this is where your little Nappy Nipper comes in handy. And believe you me, within a couple of weeks you get really fast at putting these on babies. And now Alfie is super wriggly. It's you're an expert level by the time you get to 8 months. So these have got little claws in. I don't know if you can see, and they are super sharp, so you want to be careful when you're using these. But they don't go through to the nappy to baby. They've never ever hurt Alfie's skin, so don't worry about that. So you put one side in, hold it down with your finger, pull the other one, you want it quite tight. So pull that across tummy, and then this one pulls down between their legs, and then you've got your nappy on. So I'm going to show you that one more time, and then I'll pop the wrap on and show you what that looks like. So I'll undo this, put our baby to one side, open my muslin back up. So this is a 50 centimetre muslin square that I'm using, but some people use terry squares, which are like towel material, thicker, made of cotton. Some people, and we've also got bamboo squares, which are made of bamboo. They are slower drying, so but they're all essentially start as a square. So we take our corners and they go into the middle. So this is the angel fold I'm showing you. That one goes here, that one goes here. So we essentially end up with a smaller square. You can neaten this up if you want, but in my experience, it really doesn't make much of a difference. Then we're folding into thirds. So that side into thirds, this side into thirds. Now, just a word on this. This is how we store them. So we put the liner in like this, fold like this, and then we end up with a pile of nappies like this. And that's how we store our nappies. This is one of the reasons why we went for this fold. Some of the folds don't fold as neatly for storage. So in my opinion, this is a really good fold to start with. So let's go back to our nappy. So we've got our thirds like this. We lay baby, put our liner on, sorry. We're going to lay baby this way. But before we lay baby down, we're going to open up our angel wings. So this is the bit I always do at a nappy change. So open it up. Remember, the wider your baby, the more width you can give here. Because we're dealing with a newborn. You can also fold this over, makes it slightly neater as well. I don't think we bother now because we need the length, we need the width for Alfie now, but that does make a neater for a newborn. The top of the nappy comes just above the bum crack, so that's where we want our baby to lay. This bit comes up in between baby's legs, and then we pull the tabs like this. And then our nappy nipper goes on. Just eating everything in his basket. Hold it there with your finger, pull this one across. So we've got our tight around our waist, and then down in between the legs. Don't worry, it never ever has touched Alfie's skin, those spikes on that nappy nipper. But if you're really, really worried, there are other options. You can use a pin, but I think they're a bit fiddly. If you've got excess nappy here, you can tuck it under. Like I've just said about the belly button, if your baby still has the umbilical cord attached, this can tuck under. If you're a little bit worried, you don't really want the nappy to be rubbing on baby. But we manage just fine just by tucking it under like that. Now, one thing that can happen with these nappies, if you can see here on there, we've got our excess bit here. Now, especially with newborns poop a lot and they have poop explosions. Like I say, I've never had poop go onto baby's clothes, never. But it does go into the wrap. There are ways of preventing that a little bit, and it's by pushing these bits under. So we've got some excess material here, and basically when it's on your baby, you can roll it in. It's like on cue, Alfie starts pooing. I'm sorry if you can hear that. And then roll it under here. So it kind of acts as like a little poo catcher. Plus, it makes it neater in a minute when we put the wrap on. So I'm going to show you the wrap now. This is a little lamb wrap. Okay, so it's exactly the same shape as kind of the angel fold that we just had. So we've got our wings here, our bit that's going to go in between baby's legs here. So once you've got your muslin cloth onto baby, the wrap goes underneath. Pull this up over baby. Do your Velcro tabs just like that. These are totally adjustable, the little lambs, because of the Velcro. And then this is the bit where you want to be checking. So this is the bit that takes a bit of practice and a little bit of trial and error. And definitely we did not get this right straight away. But what you basically don't want is any of the white muslin to be showing anywhere around your wrap. So for example here, if you can see, I've got some muslin cloth showing here behind baby. We don't want that because that will get wet and then that will wet baby's clothes. So we want to make sure we're pulling and tucking any muslin that we can see, but the elastic stays around baby's waist. The same with the legs. So any white that's showing from the muslin, we want to be tucking in. We want to be tucking in. And this is where it's different to disposables. To disposables, you want the little bits here, like out like that to stop the moisture. Alfie's now decided to roll everywhere behind me. So if he starts whinging, that's why. But for this, once we've tucked the muslin into the leg, we want to make sure the elastic is right tucked into those leg creases. So these ones get tucked in, okay? So we don't want anything sticking out. Okay, 1 minute. What do you mean? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. So we don't want any of this white muslin to show, and we want these elastics to be right tucked into baby's leg creases. And that will prevent any moisture wicking out onto clothes. Also, just another word on the umbilical cord, if you've got a baby... Oh! If you've got a newborn with their umbilical cord still attached and you don't want the wrap over it, you can just tuck this under or make it slightly shorter. My advice would be, if the muslin's not rubbing, this should be loose enough to fit 2 fingers in easily. It doesn't need to be tight. In fact, it shouldn't be tight. So it doesn't actually rub very much. And because it's material and it's not, and it's very breathable, we didn't find any issues with that and his umbilical cord. So that is how you put a muslin cloth nappy onto a newborn baby, or any baby for that matter. I hope that was useful. We do have a slightly different fold for nighttime, so I will show you that in another video. And I will also show you some alternative wraps in another video. Thank you.